Right, I finally figured out the bailiff thing. I was a bit distracted last night, I think. So I'll get onto that in a second. I see Met Police are still lying because there's some deputy commander on TV this morning saying they've been working non-stop since the murder of Sergeant Ratana. But then they've also said that it's going to be like months and months and months investigation. So why would you just work 24/7 when you knew it was going to last for months anyway? You wouldn't. But that's how you catch them out lying, you see. Just little things like that. Anyway, so, right, the amount didn't really click with me last night because I just read it off the page. £1,801. Right. That's everything. And thanks very much, Mr. Moore, for giving me a chance to bring this back up and show everyone what a bunch of heathen, traitor bastards Cambridgeshire police are. So there was the phone call I got on a Friday afternoon. And this is why they were all at the door last May 18th. And then they said on this phone call, which unfortunately I didn't record, that they wanted to investigate 25 years worth of theft in the public purse, orchestrated by John Major. And then they turned up on the Friday night to arrest me because I'd said some nasty words to one of their bailiff bosses. And then as PC Dean walked in, I didn't have a fucking clue what was going on because they're just going, we're arresting you, blah, blah, blah. So obviously I self-defended myself. So that then became an assault charge. Because, well, as we've discussed, they just like to manufacture evidence. And so May 18th, that was already 6 months out of date. Because the warrant was issued 18 months before that warrant. So now that's a year and a half out of date. And they're still chasing it. So that was, I think, for about 600 quid in the end. And there was a speeding fine, of course, whereby I'd actually come out of these roadworks where they had a speed limit. And then I saw the camera go. Because then I went up to 56 miles an hour. And there were cars going past me. So they'd obviously not changed the settings for the camera. So it was still catching people. So that was all a big fucking con. Never sort of replied to any of their correspondence because I was obviously the Kent Police ones. I was on YouTube ripping their paperwork up. So that was a bunch of bullets. So, yeah, and HMCTS Kent, who I'm apparently now in a contract with, even though I've never replied to their correspondence. Is this because I cut your payment card up and took a picture of it and put it on Twitter? HMCTS. Is that what you're pissed off about? Because you're chasing warrants that are nearly 2 years out of date. And also, by the way, when you get one of these, right, and they just put it through the door like this, they don't bother sealing it. No, other people in the house are not supposed to see the debtor's details. So you've just fucking broken the law again. Not to mention, I don't know why you were turning up in your what appeared to be your privately owned car. How can anyone tell me, do these people not get vans anymore? But it was like your privately owned car. It looked like a Honda Civic, actually. One of the newer ones. Which is almost a 4x4, but not. You know what I mean. So some interesting points there. That basically Marston's are a bunch of law-breaking shits. But yeah, wow. Thanks for that.